her a call again, and then she just added another phone number to the 13-year-old grandson who's possibly with the daughter. Step out with this.
2412.
Veteran crisis hotline's calling in, so they have a female veteran off her medication. She's at work to Safe Haven. Checking 12, check that one out.
I always got to wait for that sweet saxophone, Ann.
That's an awesome intro. I love it.
I always got to wait for that sweet saxophone. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Perfect.
It's calming, it's soothing, it's peaceful. That's what we're about over here.
Right on.
Uh, I want to apologize in advance if I'm choppy tonight. It looks
Yeah.
like it's kind of going up and down, so I do apologize about that.
Bad weather over there.
Yeah, so prayers to anybody that's been affected from this hurricane. Prayers to anybody that will be affected from this hurricane. It's I'm not gonna get hit that bad. I think it's like 20 some mile an hour max winds.
Right.
That ain't nothing. I mean, tornadoes are worse, and we went through one just a couple weeks at
Yeah.
my homestead. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, scary stuff. So when it comes to this weather, just prayers to everybody, and I hope you all are safe.
Absolutely.
So you all know why we're here tonight. This is going to be not your typical show, because to be honest, and I'm just going to be honest, I need a mental night after this because we all deal with mental health issues. I have mental health issues that I struggle with too. And some of them I always consider an asset because I don't think I'd be able to do the job that I'm doing without those. And I look at those as an asset. And so, but when false accusations and misinformation and just unethical and not checked information gets spread as that it is information that is true. I think all of us, whether it's journalists that are for the newspaper, people that are on TV, or even anybody that's on YouTube that's just starting a channel, I think there's a certain ethics involved. And when it comes to certain, listen, we all have opinions. We all have how we feel. But there comes a limit where somebody oversteps a certain ethic boundary when it comes to respectfully reporting information to the mass general public. And there's an ethics involved in that. And when it comes to certain things that are past that boundary, that's when it becomes very dangerous.
Yes.
And so this is why I'm having this show tonight. It's not going to be a show where we're, unfortunately, because trust me, all I want to do is do work for Micah and the justice for Micah. But unfortunately, it's going to be one of those nights where instead of us getting information, I have to sit here and have a conversation with you all tonight and explain the real of the situation. Because the things that have taken place, and you all know what I'm talking about, and I'm just going to call it a fake call. Because, listen, I don't know what took place between that individual and the other individual on the phone. I don't know. But what I do know is what I wasn't a part of.
Right.
And so when I say fake phone call, I know it was fake because the things that were said that were associated with myself, I know already it was not true. And anybody that's here with me, whether it's out here in Myrtle Beach or whether it's back home, I'm constantly around other individuals. So these people already know what I do when I'm not live. They already see and are around what I do when I'm not live. And when it comes to technology, I use my Google Maps for everywhere. And so there's a thing that us content creators, if you don't use it, there's a thing us timeline when it comes to our finances at tax time. That trip timeline keeps a perfect record of your miles, your trips, the cost, the time, because time is also a factor when it comes to the finances, when it comes to doing this kind of occupation.
Right.
It's always a smart move to make sure you have a backup to a backup when it comes to stuff you keep and stuff you need to make sure you have. And so anywhere that I go, even if it's a McDonald's, I put it in Google Maps because when I'm out here, it is part of business. So when it comes to any of this stuff that somebody wants to claim, there's already the information available to prove that that is not true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
That's why,
there's other
look,
ways
hey,
too.
call,
Yeah.
huh?
And there's other ways that you protect yourself from these lies too.
Yeah, I'm not going to put it all out there, but I'm just saying,
Right.
like, this is one of the simplest things that I do. So when it comes to the people that I'm around when I'm not live, the conversations that take place while I'm still on a location until I get to another location, which is where I end up going to. Come on now. There's plenty of witnesses. We just put it that way. There's
Right.
plenty of witnesses.
Right.
So when it comes to these accusations, these are dangerous, dangerous accusations. And when it comes to the ethics, there's a certain duty that we have as a human being to another human being. And when it comes to these dangerous accusations, we get things in our inbox all the time
Oh yeah.
that say a lot of crazy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
that say a lot of crazy stuff, that are the shock and awe, that are all these things. But the one thing that we do not have is verification.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to these kind of dangerous accusations, did somebody beat my name out of it? No, they didn't. Did
Right.
somebody remove the comments from their live chat during the show that had me involved in it? No, they didn't. Did somebody remove the comments after the show was over that associated my name with what you were promoting? No, you didn't. There was nothing done, whether it was the live stream, the comment section during the show, or the comment section after the show, that took care of any kind of misinformation when it comes to the information that somebody was putting out there as real or not real. Well,
Mm-hmm.
when you put it out there and they have those accusations associated with them, you make it become real, sir.
Right.
You
Right.
ridiculous. So
Well,
that, go ahead.
I'm just saying that we need to clear the record, and then after the record's been cleared, that we move on and focus on the actual goal, which is justice for Micah
That's
and
all
all
it's
these other
supposed to be
victims
about.
too. Yeah.
That's all it's
So,
supposed to be. Because I'm going to be honest with you. When you look back at all the weird stuff that's been taking place,
mhm,
when it comes to other content creators also that are working with RH,
mhm,
those content creators having the same kind of issues when it comes to me,
mhm. The timing is very suspect.
very suspect.
Hmm.
And the people in the background that I'm having conversations with, more about what I tell you on the show, very suspect, yo.
Hmm. Hmm. Yep.
So if anybody wants to say that so and so's getting set up, let me give you a little bit of knowledge and break it down for you. This
Okay.
person has never before put themselves out there like that, right?
Hmm. Right.
Why would they all of a sudden now put themselves out there, walking
Yeah.
around,
The timing is
going
very
like this?
suspect.
Put them,
Yeah.
why? When they've never done it before, right? Why would you not edit somebody's name because there you were in a live stream a month ago and you said, Oh, CJ Crime Concepts is out on location. Oh, I feel like I should know CJ, but I don't. Well,
Well,
you
there's
knew me.
there's a good answer. I think it's a mixture of the people that you're talking about. And I think it's also a mixture that it's gotten out because you've had plenty of trolls uh, enter the chat on where you had covered uh, videos have been out there for more than a year
Right.
on the actions of this person who did the show last night. And it was easy, it would have been easy to ignore because even I was inundated with that information as well. But then when you've got new people with the same complaints, it's very hard to ignore. So, and I
Hmm.
think the biggest thing that triggered these shows. So before anybody brings that up, the preemptive strike, CJ covered what he covered because no one, unless they're qualified and licensed, should ever request a victim to go between them and law enforcement. I don't care who
Never.
they are.
Never.
Right. If you're not law enforcement or if you're not a psychologist, you do not have any business coming between a victim and law enforcement or victim and seeking actual professional help. So when you mix that together with what was ending up in my messages and CJ's messages, and then what was on the internet, it was a combination of many things that he just felt he needed to cover. So it's not the same thing as what happened last night. What happened last night was careless and irresponsible. And it was actually accusing you of some very, very serious crimes,
Hmm. Hmm.
which could affect you and many people, like
Well,
the
and
victims, many victims that watch these shows.
this is what other people need to understand. When you air that and
Mhm.
you don't redact it, you are the owner of that property and everything that's being said. When you don't take care of it in your live chat, you own that property of your live chat. When
Right.
you don't take care of the comment section after the video's done, you still own everything with that content.
Right. Let's clear
So
something that's,
as
yeah,
much as that lady was
that's
saying
right.
it on the phone, it's as much his responsibility to make sure that that
Right.
information isn't out there to the general public like it is true.
It's not, yeah. First of all, stop saying in the chat, whoever it is, that he didn't say it. It had nothing to do with him saying it. He
He's
aired
the
it on
owner.
his show.
He is
He
the
aired it.
owner of the property.
He could have blocked it. He could have blocked CJ's name. And yes, CJ's, I heard it. Many other people heard it. Go listen for yourself. It's there. The alleged woman on the phone is referring to CJ and actually
And you see the
accused
live
him
comments at the
of
same
men.
time
Yeah, yeah.
associating my name. There's already,
Hmm.
and then you see the
Yes,
comments after the video was done
right.
associating my name.
Yes,
No.
everybody in the comments knew who he was talking or she was talking about. So it was very irresponsible to play that call or at least not bleep out CJ's name because CJ was not the
Mm,
purpose of the call. He was just thrown in there. She made very
no.
damning comments. That's right. And so we're
Mhm.
going to clarify, we're going to clear
And
that record tonight.
well, he's going to have to clear it because I've already reported this information to the FBI, the Florida's Attorney General's office,
Yes,
YouTube, and the Department of Justice. So he's going to have to supply the information of
that's
the
right.
person that made those claims because I've already done reported it to all
Yes,
the
Amy, I was
agencies
his mod.
and I have
Right.
case number already. So it's good to go. I have nothing to hide. And I've already reported it already to all of those agencies already. He's going to be the have to one to supply the information of the call,
Right.
period.
Well, he will to the authorities now. Yes, Amy, I was his mod. Have you seen me on there in the past couple of weeks? No. That's so I'm no longer his mod.
And
That ended.
this is coming from a channel, let's be honest, that's supposed to be promoting ethical investigation and reporting.
Okay, so you looked up to me and you're so sad about what? What drama are you looking to cause in the chat?
Well, we're about peace, positivity, and
Yeah.
progress.
I don't know what's being said that you
So,
feel so upset about, but whatever. Okay.
no. If anybody should be upset, it should be you all should be upset that this was even
Yes.
streamed live, honestly.
Yes. Right.
If anybody should be upset, that's what you should be upset about. Is that somebody that is supposed to be respectable, investigative, and about the truth and promoting information that is factually based. I'm surprised, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm surprised the dude even aired it, because people in his live chat and in the comment section were already telling it's fake. Why are you playing this? What are you doing?
Yeah.
This right here, I don't know why anybody would do it, because everybody has to question your credibility at this point.
Yeah.
Not only your ethics, but your credibility when it comes to giving information to the general public that is
Well,
supposed to, I mean,
what's your issue, Cassandra? What are you so sad that
it was just so
I put?
reckless and dangerous. And why would
Yeah.
somebody do that in the first place? That's what I don't understand, because it's career
Mhm.
unaliving.
Yeah. Yeah. They're messing with you, Robbie. Okay, well, you know what then? If you're the kind of person who stands for character assassination and false accusations, then
We're not part of the same path.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
not, you're just going to drag us down, because
you're
we're
talking
about
just from
finding
like a little.
truth and justice with peace, positivity, and progress. If you don't have the same outlook, that's why I have the PPP message, because you're just a liability at that point.
Yeah,
You're a sheep that
absolutely.
will walk off the ledge because you're told cotton exists at the bottom.
Yeah,
No, I'm serious.
yeah,
Like, that's what it is. And we don't have time. These victims don't have time for anybody to be slacking when it comes to their justice. They already lost time because they're not here anymore, or they had horrific things done to them.
So
No
people want to
reason.
know if they feel he was set up. Okay, well, I could tell in the beginning of the video that he was trying to defend his own marriage, and I was actually siding with him on that, because a marriage should be protected, especially from people who are so miserable in their own life. They like to spread drama. We've come across many of them
Right.
recently. And so I was with him on that. And then the woman, whomever this was, it's not been confirmed who she is, but it will be, um,
It's
somehow
already been
brought
reported.
CJ into it and actually accused him of stalking and accused him of having sexual relations with a young girl. And those are very serious. How would you like to be accused of that when you didn't do it?
When you're
And
about,
you stand up
you
for
know,
somebody who you know is
right.
innocent? Is Robbie should have redacted CJ's name. Exactly. His name should have been redacted. The whole phone call, whatever he was trying to cover, fine. That's his business. It's his show. But don't drag other people's names into it, and with very serious accusations. It was just very irresponsible.
Well, yeah,
That's
because
all.
it was because it is all fake, and it's defamatory to my efforts and the dedication to the
Oh,
community and my character as a human being about being a right thing and doing it the right way. And that's what hurts me the most, is because I'm a human being that really freaking care. I really care about these victims in the community. That's why I work
right.
so hard. That's why I work so hard. That's why every time I'm done with a live, I'm
Yeah.
literally working until I go to sleep. And then when I wake up, I'm getting up. Hey, how's it going, people? And then I sit down in front of my computer and I start working until I do a show. Like
CJ, let me
that.
cover this because it's getting really stupid. Molly, I know that they accused him of that too. They being who? People who made their own
It
videos.
doesn't,
They
it
showed their
doesn't.
face. They gave their name, And we just got done saying, if
Yeah.
you listen to the entire thing, that both me and CJ were inundated by people who were complaining that the same things were happening to them right now.
Right.
Okay?
I said that in my shows when we had them, that I already had people that had reached out to me.
So what
And I
does that
knew
have to
she
do
had
with the
people.
show last night? Nothing.
No, no. It doesn't matter what, listen, this is what matters. Whether he wants to air that with his name and his wife's name,
That's his
whatever.
business.
But
Right.
when you air my name, that's where the issue is, because when you air that call and you didn't redact my name, you allowed my name to be included in the live chat, in the comment section, which he
Yeah.
owns. The
Yeah.
communication, he owns the messages, the property, and it has already
Well, you know what,
affected me
Ashley? Then you
financially.
obviously,
Character assassination due to the retaliation of me showing others information that has already been out there for a year by other people. I was already telling you for 3 weeks before
yeah,
that. All you
yeah,
have to do is search it, people. And so when somebody's not being the character that's being promoted to the victims, the families, and the communities, that's
okay,
when it hit my soul. Because I told you back then, before I even did the show, I told you the reasons why I was doing it before I was doing it is that I was doing prep and I came across some information, because I used to go to RH as a source too. But when I came
yeah,
across this information on my prep, and my soul for weeks just struggled with the fact that, dude, these are real people, real voices, real faces, real
mhm,
stories, confirmed. I even had one of the victims on my members only from him, a victim of RH. And it's kind of crazy because it's the same thing
mhm.
that's happening to CJ.
Okay, well,
So when we're supposed to be helping families and victims,
yeah,
that's what it's about. And that's
yeah.
where the issue is, because that is not helping families and
All right,
victims and
let me just
community.
clear, and then we could just move on to Rick, because you can see there's just some people that can't think critically, and
That's
it's
fine.
annoying. Okay, so let's compare. If you're going to sit there and compare what CJ has covered about RH and what happened last night, and think like for a moment like an adult. What CJ has covered, we just got done saying this will be the third time. Okay, that came from people who showed their face, so they were identified. It didn't come out of CJ's mouth, and it didn't come from some random phone call that
No,
nobody
I
knows
came
who it
across
is
this
or who
information
set it
when
up. Wait, let me
I was
finish.
doing my prep. Yeah.
I know. And okay, somebody was banned. Okay, so maybe they're not going to hear. Um, and I just got done saying that both me and CJ were inundated. You know what that means? That many people were contacting us about what they were going through right now. Right now. Okay. In regards to this person, we ignored most of it. We didn't even bother with it. And then we had heard that he said, all victims come to me and I will lead you to the FBI. No, he's not qualified for that. I'm not qualified for that. CJ's not qualified. We would never do that. And so that was the reason why CJ did his show.
Yeah, that it was
That's
part
not
of it. Yeah.
defaming. That's not
No.
defaming. So please go look
No.
up defamation before you use the word.
I
What
even
happened
warned all the
last night?
protesters when I came across it.
What happened last night? That was defamation. And don't say it wasn't because he didn't say it. He played it on his show. He had every reason to just block CJ's name. He could have very easily blocked CJ's name, but he didn't. He purposely played it.
Yes.
It was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So the authorities will find out who was on that phone call, and the authorities will find out, and the video will eventually be taken down. Okay?
Yeah. And June 21st, that's the day that Destiny Dutton came out there. And that's the same day that a ex-member handed me the payroll profit
Allegedly.
loss of market. Yeah, alleged.
Mm-hmm.
The same day. I was doing a show that night even. It the proper authorities I've reported all of it to the proper authorities, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've already got response back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
I already put the ball in motion.
Right. It is
And
emotion.
right. And so the longer that video is promoting my name, the longer that my livelihood is being affected.
Or even
Because what do I
reputation.
do? What do I do? I
I'm
go to
sorry.
communities to help and give 150 to the victims, the families, and the communities. My work speaks for itself. My work speaks for itself.
You got to give it time, Tiffany. You got to give it time. Like the Destiny Dutton video took about 3 days before it was taken down. YouTube's very slow.
Listen, if you don't like me, that's fine. If you consider me a rival, even the content creators that are working with him to
Right.
push this whole narrative about me, and it's not, you don't have to think twice to figure it out.
Right.
Okay. The other content creators that work with RH that are also pushing the same kind of narrative, or
Right.
a narrative that goes along with the narrative of RH, you don't have to go, huh?
Right. We should really all be working together. It's a shame that we can't.
You don't have to like me. You don't have to respect me. You don't have to even, you can consider me your biggest rival, even though I'm just a small dude out there, you know?
Well,
You
we're
can,
gonna.
but
Yeah.
there's a limit when you go to this level.
Mhm. Yeah, it's
Listen,
dangerous.
because I'm about peace, positivity, and progress. I'm about giving 150. There's plenty of people that do this about me. And listen, there's no reason to even pay attention to it, because then the more that I pay attention to that is the less attention that I give you, the people that deserve the attention.
No,
But when
JP's
it
not
comes to
winning.
this is a different story.
We said that we came on tonight to clear the record. We're going to clear the record. Right now, all CJ's doing is explaining why we're here. We're about to go through. I literally wrote down questions as if it was an
Yeah.
interrogation.
I told her, interrogate me then,
And CJ's going to answer them right here in front of all of you. And that will clear the record. And of course, we let you know the authorities are involved. So that's
all of
all
them.
he's sharing with you, because to be honest, CJ was very upset and more concerned about the victims in the audience and feeling like they'll have nowhere to turn and nobody that they can trust. So
Right.
that's really why this is happening tonight. Okay?
Yeah.
That's all. It's really because he's concerned about you guys.
Well, and also you got to look, we're the ones that are coming out with real information and real breaking news updates, Ann.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
So when it comes to the whole clique, because
Mhm.
it's not just RH, it's all these other people that are working with him. They're upset.
Yeah.
They're upset. Some of
Yeah.
them have reached a point recently where they will literally take information off of our shows and regurgitate it somewhere else and act like they came out with the information. Like,
Yeah.
it's gotten to that. Which, whatever. It's
Right.
social media. You know what
As
I'm
long as he
saying?
gets the word out,
It's
really.
social media. Yeah.
Mhm.
But when it comes to this is a smear campaign on my name, not just from somebody that has 100,000 subs. It's from other individuals that are linking together to try and do this
Mhm.
to my name, to my reputation, to my character. And when it comes to me, I'm going to end the show with a little story about why I do what I do, where I come from, and why I'm about the 150, about the victims, the communities, and any human being out there on this planet.
Right.
I'm going to let you know where I'm coming from. But go ahead and ask away, Ann.
I'm going to do that right now.
Whatever
Okay.
you want to
Okay.
ask, I don't care.
Okay. So really, this is going to be an absolute interrogation. So here we go. Okay, CJ. So are you one of the protesters at Solid Rock Church in Market Common, Myrtle Beach? Yes or
Um,
no?
I don't consider myself a protester. I consider myself media there to document the events that are taking place to make sure that the truth is put out there for justice for anybody that experiences the untruth of what
Okay.
is being promoted. So I'm there to support and I'm there with the protesters, but I don't necessarily consider myself a protester. I am a media that is there to document
Okay.
for the truth.
Okay. How long and how often have you been at these protests?
I've been, I don't know, I'd have to look at my calendar. Uh, let me see. So June, I think my first day I got here was June 31st. Then I started doing some on location, exploring different spots, and then I was there for the protest on June 2nd. So I was there doing work for a couple days before I came to the first protest.
Okay. Are you covering any other protests at any other location?
No.
Okay.
I went from a search, and I'm gonna do, in the coming up recent future here, I'm gonna be doing some more search streams as well. I'm still gonna be focused on Micah and everything, but I'm gonna do
Okay.
a couple trips where I'm doing some actual searches on a boat and on ground.
Okay. Have you been lurking or even stalking anyone in any neighborhoods in South Carolina, especially in the past 3 months?
No, I don't have time. I'm literally, as soon as I'm done with the protest, I might go to McDonald's on the way. Half the time I do, half the time I just come back here because
Okay.
then I got to respond to phone calls, emails. I got to get working on contacts, communications, things like that.
Okay.
No,
So at these protests, did you meet any young women or young girls?
no, not that I recall. I mean, the most of the people that I talk to when it comes to ex church members or neighbors from the community, because that's really who reaches out to me, or people that watch the show and come support.
Okay.
Uh, no, most of them are like anywhere from like 40 to 70 years old, with the majority of them being like probably around 60. Any young girls? No. I
Okay.
see other people going up to young females and talking to them for extended periods of time, but no. And even while
Okay.
I'm on my footage, uh, you know, usually if somebody's coming up to me, it's going to be like,
We need to know if you met. Yeah. I
no,
just
no,
have you met at the protests? Have you met anybody named Katie?
no.
No. Okay.
I
Well. Okay.
no, I haven't. No,
Okay.
I see the picture that's being floated around too,
Mm-hmm.
that people
Yeah.
are trying to say that I mean, I saw them two there. They never even looked at me. I never even really looked at them because I'm so
Okay.
focused on documenting everything, and I need to have my eyes focused on something that might take place that I need to make sure is documented for the truth.
Okay.
Any
Um,
event.
while in South Carolina, have you met in private any young girls or young women, especially in the past 3 months?
Well, I'll just say I haven't met any women here, so no. I
Okay.
haven't met any woman, whether
Yeah.
it's young or old. No,
Okay.
I'm literally, when I come back, right when I'm back here, as soon as I leave, I'm doing work.
Okay. Um, while in South Carolina, have you been alone with any young woman or young girl in a vehicle, especially in the past 3 months?
No, there's no way I could even, like, anybody that has tried to come with me out on a location, they already know my car already it has gear in the back seat, and my front seat has my custom mobile station that I use when I'm out on location doing shows. And there's no way anybody could even uh even Protest Jay had even asked multiple times to hop in and hey, we can go here and this and that. It's like, look, dude, I'm not. There was even one time I took him to my car. I was like, look, dude, there's just no way I can even fit you in here, man.
Right.
Like, look, man, I'm not
Yeah.
BSing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
No,
While
there's
okay. So, all right. That's no. So you haven't had any girl in your car? Been in a car with any girl?
no,
Okay. In South
no.
Carolina, especially. All right.
I, it's only me in my car, and there's only room enough for me in the
Yes,
car.
yes, JMW. I have been. While in South Carolina, have you or met with any young women or young girls and exchanged any sexual activities, especially in the past 3 months?
No, I've not met young or old females or
Just covering
males
all
or anybody.
bases. Just covering all
I haven't met
bases.
anybody. Yeah, no. I've
So do
had
you?
plenty of people reach
Mhm.
out to like go hang out or something, but
This is for the
anybody
record,
that
everybody. This is for the
yeah,
record. That's why the questions are being asked. It's on
anybody
the
that
record.
knows that have tried to reach out to me to go meet up, literally no. I'm sorry, I'm busy. I really am. I
Okay.
work all the time, so
Okay. So do you feel
never.
these accusations against you are false? All
Well,
these
one
accusations.
hundred percent, I know they're false because
Okay.
I know that. Listen, I barely even have time to play a video game. I'm so busy with work.
And you've reported this to the authorities.
Yeah, I reported it to
Okay.
the Department of Justice, the FBI, the Florida Attorney General's office, and YouTube.
Okay. Okay. And there you go. So that's all it was for today is just to make the record clear. I see a lot of people that are saying, I'm very upset about you, Anne. You've really shown your true colors. I'm not sure what
Oh,
that
what?
means, but I
This
think
is
you're from
trolling.
that group
Yeah, it's
of
just
miserable people who are just trying to dredge up drama because I don't know, maybe you're unhappy. I'm not really sure what the problem is, but
well,
then
it
don't
says a
watch
lot.
me. That's the best thing. Yeah, it says a lot about who you are to come on this show and make that comment. It's very sad. I feel very bad for you. But you know how you can fix that? Don't watch me.
No, there's
Duh.
plenty of other shows out there.
It's really.
There is.
I
There is.
I don't need
I
you clicking
encourage
your
people.
like.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I encourage people to go watch cooking shows because a lot of people get in a good mood when they go watch cooking shows.
yeah. I
Ooh, that
mean,
looks good,
remember
right?
swipe. You know. I mean, I'm sure if you were behind the camera, you wouldn't be perfect either. You know.
I
So
wanna
keyboard warriors.
I wanna explain why I have the soul that I do. Okay. And I want people to understand why when it comes to females, I have the utmost respect, period. 150. And the best way that I can tell somebody is that even if I'm interested in somebody, this person thinks I'm not interested in them because that's how I'm just respectful when it comes to women. This is the reason why. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was a baby, okay, there's a lot of abuse that took place in my life. And not just to me, but also to my mother. Okay.
Yeah.
And when I was a child, I was already not wanting to be had when it came from my birth dad because I was supposed to have an older brother. All right.
Mm.
And things took place, and the abuse was so, so much that I don't have an older brother.
Mm.
I,
That's okay. It's okay. Take a breather. Take a breather, man.
the same
He's,
thing
yeah.
tried to do to me. Okay. When I was born, I succeeded. I came out of the womb. I had my feet are a certain way, like I succeeded when I was just a baby. My mom finally was able to, when he would come home drunk and he would be passed out, she would take a couple dollars here and there, and eventually she got enough money to get away.
Wow.
Because at that point, I'm her firstborn. At that point, it's more about just me. It's about my baby too. Okay.
Yeah.
She was finally able to get away. He saw me a couple times, and every time my mom dropped me off, those 2 times, he literally called her back right away because he didn't even want to deal with me.
I'm
I
so
was a month
sorry.
and a half premature.
Aw.
They made her have me. Okay.
You were meant to be here, CJ. You were meant to be here, brother. God wanted you here.
So I didn't know my dad. My dad lived in the same town, never came to see me, never came to give me a birthday card my whole life. When I was 4 or 5 years old. Before that, there was something that took place, more abuse, okay, that took place. My mom marries somebody, and behind the scenes, I was tortured and abused from this gentleman
Oh my God.
for the next 5 to 6 years.
Oh.
So after they got divorced, I was still a very young man, not even a teen. Ever my whole life, because of the abuse that my mom went through, because of the alcoholism that she experienced when it came to my birth dad and everything that came with it, and the abuse that took place to where he would literally only allow her to even eat 1 can of peas for dinner. And you're thinking about me being inside the womb? My
And yet,
mom,
despite all of that, you're here.
shout out to my mom,
God bless her. God
because
bless her.
ever since I was little, I remember her always pounding it in my head. Respect women. Never hit a woman. Never disrespect a woman. Never treat a woman that, all of these things in my head since I can even remember. This is why
This is why.
I am the way that I am. This is why my soul is the way that it is. This is why I'm about victims, families, and communities. Because I come from it. And the last thing that I want anybody else to experience, it's like the PPP. The last thing that I
Yeah.
ever want anybody to experience is anything that I've ever had to experience. And so I want to do everything that I possibly can to make sure that somebody else in this future on this planet doesn't have to feel anything remotely close to me or any of these victims that we bring awareness to, or
Yeah.
these families or these communities, because everybody hurts when something takes place. And so when it came to this message that was promoted last night, it
Yeah.
really
I
hurt
know.
my soul. It
I know,
really
bro.
hurt my soul
I know.
because when I heard these things and I saw the things being typed to me, the voicemails that were being left,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting there going, I know who the fuck I am. And I care enough, 150. This is why it hurt, because I really do care, 150. And I care so much that the last thing that I want to do is have anybody have a negative energy with my name attached to me.
So you relate with a lot of the people that are victims that are watching this whole
Every day
case.
I
Yeah.
come from the womb, I was a freaking victim.
Yeah.
The stuff that I went through created a lot of the mental health struggles that I've gone through. And I
Yeah.
didn't understand the mental health struggles when I was a youth. And that's why I acted the way that I did and made decisions the way that I did when it came to not being a productive human being. But when I started to understand, oh man, this is why I'm angry. This is
Yeah.
why I go crazy. This is why I do all these things. I started to understand it because life in my memories was revealing things that I had blocked out. And as I started to remember the things that I had blocked out from my childhood, it started to make sense why I was doing and acting the way that I was acting when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I come from it.
Sorry, Lord.
I understand it. And that's why when I have the soul that I do and how much I care, that's why it's so important to me. I listen, if it wasn't this important to me, if my mom didn't instill this in my head from day one, I don't know if I could do the 150 because everybody that I come to or come across in my life that sees what I do when I'm not live and how busy I am, every single person says, I don't know how in the hell you do it because I would have done gave up by now. This is crazy.
That's why you work so
This is
hard
how
for
much I
people like
care.
this.
Right.
But you understand the trauma, and it's
Yeah.
easy. It's you're hyper vigilant. I had said that once before. Out of these traumatic situations, you get one or two people. One will be the one that gets introverted and hides and is scared and doesn't want to confront and would rather just stay indoors or away from people. The other one is the one who's hyper vigilant and goes and wants to protect the vulnerable or the ones who've been
Yes.
hurt, and that's you. Yeah,
And so when
that's
something
your
like that gets
personality.
promoted from an individual that's supposed to be promoting factual, fact-based information, and when even that's reckless.
Yeah,
You're
it is,
you're messing with people's souls. You're
especially
messing
in this case.
just think about it. What if all of these mental struggles that I deal with and I know how to manage and I actually consider them an asset to me being able to work as hard as I do because I don't think I would be able to work as hard as I do with some of the mental health struggles that I have. I took that negativity and turned it into a positivity, and that's what I'm
Right.
about. It is
Right.
an asset to me because I don't know how I would be able to handle all this stuff if my brain wasn't working this way.
Well, obviously, it works very well because you were able to actually see why you were angry. Some people never see this. That takes years before they're even able to detect or stop and go, why am I acting this way? And then you were able to pinpoint where it came from. And that's probably why you've been delivered from it. It doesn't affect your life. You're not an angry person, CJ. Most people that know you
No,
can say that.
no, no. I tried it.
Self awareness.
The last thing, and like we were having a conversation before um yesterday, I think, and I was telling you about like how the last thing that I want to do is bring any kind of negative emotion to anybody. And so even if I'm going through a hard time,
Yeah.
I when I'm on camera, you
Always have a
guys
smile.
don't you don't know what I'm going through in my personal life, and I have struggles just like everybody else, but every night I come on, and the last thing that I want you to do is even feel any of the struggles that I'm going through in my personal life into the camera, because then that's negative emotion that goes to you. And that's the last thing that I want to do. And so I have to act like this isn't, going on, or this what happened today. And it was, it's one of those things. So that's how much I do care about everybody's energy, whether it's people that are here on the show or even people that are in the background.
Mm.
I'm not here for that. I'm here. I know I don't have long. I've been saying it ever since I started this show. I love the fact that I can have my live streams up and them still be there because I know I don't have long. I know
You say that. You don't know.
that
You might end up being 109.
I have so much work to do, and I know I don't have enough time to do it in this lifetime.
Oh,
And
I
that's what I'm,
understand that.
and so I do everything that I can.
Hmm.
Period.
I'm sorry, everyone, that I'm sitting in this position. I'm in a lot of pain, so I'm trying to not move the computer around too much.
It's okay. I just wanted to have a short live just to respond to it. Let you guys know I've already reported it to all the agencies, all four of them. All right, and I'm well three of them, and then one of them's YouTube. Four places,
Right.
but
That's right.
YouTube, DOJ, FBI, and the Florida Attorney General's
Yeah.
office because this is false. It's reckless. It's dangerous. It's unethical. Um, And when it comes to me being out here in these communities, you also affect my livelihood because I need the community's trust in order to be able to give the 150.
I understand.
And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And it's true. I am protective of CJ, but I'm protective of anybody also that is innocent and is being attacked, especially unnecessarily. But yeah, I am protective of CJ. That is true.
Well, we have a lot of conversations and have had a lot of conversations
Mhm.
because we do a lot of work together. You guys have been seeing the work that we're doing together. She's
Yeah.
gotten to know me. She's gotten to know me.
Mhm.
Her husband, they've gotten to know me. I've gotten to know them. You know,
Yeah.
how
Doesn't
you
Dennis likes to hear your videos playing in the house. That's what he
he's,
said. Yeah.
he's so awesome. He's so awesome. He's so awesome. No, it's just it was important for you guys to hear these things. You know, it's one of the reasons why I didn't start my show off with sunglasses tonight because I wanted you to see my face. It's
Right.
important to,
Yeah.
and I want you guys to know the truth. I want you guys to understand, just like, you know, with the other videos,
Hmm.
it's about the truth. It's about you. It's about your safety. It's about your comfort. It's about you before me. That's what 150 is.
Well, you have a great community here. They all look like they back you up. They understand you. They know where you're coming from. They can even relate. Some can relate with you. I'm seeing what they're saying. So they really do have your back. Um,
And I
it's
appreciate you.
yeah, they
Go ahead.
do.
I'm
I
sorry.
can see it. No. I'm just saying I can see. They know that you're genuine, CJ. I don't even think most of them even believed what they heard yesterday.
You
Just
could
like
see it
in
in
the
the
chat
live
of his
chat.
own show,
Yeah.
they said it. You
They were
know.
telling him himself. You know, and I wish there's nothing more. There's I wanted to do work on justice for Micah all day today. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, it was filled with contacting this authority, you know, supplying information, all these different things that were taken up. And it took away from justice for Micah. And even tonight, you know, it's only 9 o'clock, but I'm just going to be honest with you guys.
He
I
needs
have to,
rest.
I need a mental night, yo,
Yeah.
because this,
Yo.
this, this right here, it's like when you care
Mhm.
and you care as much as I do, this hurts. This hurts. And as much as I want to be here having a show, making jokes tonight,
Yeah.
and you know, I'm sorry, you guys. I just can't do it. I need a break tonight.
Yeah.
Um, and
It's only tonight. It's only tonight. That's all. Um,
I just need a break tonight. That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Well, it's very easily can be fixed if the video is taken down, or at least
Or
there's an acknowledgement that the phone call is possibly fake. I know it's in the title,
it was
but it
fake.
would be best, yeah, to just at least say,
The story that involves my name is fake.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
exactly. Very much
That's what
so.
I'm saying.
So,
That's why I'm saying it's fake.
yeah. Kylie says, "We got you, man."
And listen, this is nobody setting him up either.
Right.
It was deliberate.
Somebody's
Nobody's.
apologizing to you. I don't know what. Let me see. Hold
The
on.
reason it's deliberate is because there's other content creators that work with him that are pushing the same negative energy towards the direction of us. And it was, I'm just going to call a hot dog steak a hot dog steak.
Oh, host Chris is apologizing, but I'm sure you not even.
Listen, I get it. It was shocking, and you guys totally care. That's why I'm saying when it's coming from a individual or a source that's supposed to be fact based and into the investigations, what investigator, I'm just going to be honest when it comes to this call and the way it was shown and the way it was portrayed, what investigator, they're already not going to work with the general public. But what investigator would trust somebody with information if they're literally going to put it out like that without even fact checking?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right there
I
shows
agree,
how
Seth.
much of a joke it is.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people saying JP is behind it. JP is behind. Well, it
May be together with him.
Yeah, JP. That is classic JP 101. I agree with that. Yeah.
I've already said a few weeks ago, it smells like they work together.
Yeah. Everything hidden shall be revealed. Amen. That's so true. Yeah.
I wish I could be here with you tonight, though. I really do. But
no, it's okay. Listen, everybody needs. It's so funny. You're like the second friend I talked to that hasn't slept for 29 hours, and so you got to get rest to be able to think clearly. You're no good to the case if you're exhausted. Now that the air has been cleared, everything has been out in the open. It's been dealt with. Now it's in the hands of God.
It was a long night and a long day because I thought I was going to get some rest last night after the show. Unfortunately, it was just
it went on and on. Yeah,
work until 2-3 in the morning, get a couple hours of sleep, and I'm right back at. And thank you to you too.
No problem.
And,
yeah, see, they said take care of yourself. They'll be here. They're not going anywhere.
I appreciate y'all. It was important. I knew I couldn't do a show, but I needed to come on and have a response to this and let you guys know, because I know you guys just care. And that's why I'm not upset at people that their thoughts might have got swayed last night. I understand. It comes from people that care 150. And when you care 150, a lot of these people will do certain things to bring your awareness down. So then you run into rocks. You know what I mean? And I understand that. I get it.
Yeah. And can I say something just to be fair to the people who are feeling this is an attack on RH or feel that maybe he was entrapped? Okay, so I'll play along with that for 1 second because there is that possibility. Maybe, just maybe, this experience will get him to be a little more careful about these kinds of things, and it'll help him in his reporting from this moment on. We really all should be working together on this. We shouldn't be looking for separate glory. I'm just going to put it out there. iPhone Guru had said that hot dog steak. I love that. He said that I was talking trash about the protesters. I don't even know them. You want to know what I have done, though, for these people that I don't even know? I know CJ Millie, and I've spoken to Allie a couple times, and Rob. I've spoken to the ACLU in South Carolina for them in protection to their First Amendment rights. I've reached out to media on behalf of them to protect them at the protest. I went, and you guys remember I did a video asking for donations, even from different content creators, towards getting legal help, legal protection.
Yeah, the
for
first one.
protesters.
The first
Yeah.
one.
And then of course prayed for them. And so to come out and say I was talking bad about them, I even got upset and was like, when did I talk trash? I don't start anything. I usually finish it, but I don't start it. You know what I'm saying? So even the
I think
chat situation, we were told this is a local chat. You really shouldn't be here. I just left. I didn't say 2 words.
mhm.
So it just seems like, CJ thinks it's because of jealousy. Okay. It's just like attacks that have no merit. There's no foundation to it. I don't understand. So, okay. That's, and
No,
that's
and
what
I think
CJ means by he thinks it's just very coincidental. All of this
oh,
happened.
I'm just saying when you look at the timeline and the events of everything in
Yeah.
totality,
Yeah.
it's why I'm so successful when it comes to the crime concepts of the world. Because it's why I'm able to smell the hot dog steaks.
Well, then Enola,
Because
I hope this becomes a learning experience for him and he works with the community rather than working against it, because that would
he
be
should already know
ideal.
better. Listen, he should already know better. Listen, I'm the one with 13,000 subs. I'm the one that should be doing that kind of thing. That person should already know better.
Yeah.
The 13,000 sub dude is the one that would be doing some stuff like that, and I don't.
Yeah.
It's a little different. It's like Big Brother should already know what the hell and how to do this and that, because I should be looking up to an older brother to see the ethics, to
Right.
see
I see what you're
the
saying.
responsibility, because that, right? The people that I look up to, because I didn't start this show, my platform, I didn't start it to do true crime like I do.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even start it to consider myself a journalist. I didn't even start it for that.
Oh, I'm
I
not a
be
journalist.
I became that.
Mm-hmm.
I became that. Okay? And what did I do when I was a young kid? I always looked at the newspaper, the articles, even throughout my adulthood. Checked out articles, always reading information. I wanted to learn. I wanted to know more. Knowledge. My brain is a sponge and it'll never be full. Like, that's how much knowledge I seek. Even dumb things that people are like, why do you even care how it's made? Because I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
It's all knowledge. So when it comes to the ethics, when I became this and what I'm doing, I looked at those old newspaper writers and how they used to fact check and how they used to report responsibly and all these other things. Even though I'm a younger dude, my mind when it comes to that stuff is old school mentality. And that's where I come from. That's why I've never been the younger brother that was always out there running amok. I was the younger brother that's like, yo, I've already been dealing with struggles since I was this high. I've already learned mistakes. I've already learned all these things. And so I'm already at the point. So even though it looks like I'm a younger brother, I have the mentality like an older brother. So when I have to look at an older brother and how they do things, being a younger brother when it comes to the awareness,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I sit there and look at it and be like, I would be an older brother going, hey, older brother, why you even doing this? So then the younger brother learns these traits and characteristics. That's where my feeling and issue is on the thing. And that's why I shake my head when it comes to entrapment and all these other things, because I'm looking at it with the mentality of an older brother, even though to other people I look like a younger brother.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. He's still younger than me. So
Yeah.
that doesn't work.
Hey,
Hey, we're both older than the hot dog steak. So how about that?
That's funny. That's
I
funny.
appreciate
I love it.
it. All
Well,
right.
I don't know how you feel, but I think you should get rest. A lot of the people are saying,
I have to.
yeah,
I have.
you should.
I slept for like an hour before the show, and I literally felt like I just drove another 16-hour trip and just got home.
Yeah.
I'm just, my mind and body is just so.
Well, you drove through Atlanta, and that's really all you have to say. Anybody that drives through Atlanta needs a long night of sleep.
That's what my body feels like. I feel like I just
Well,
got from the long drive right now. Just my mind and
you
my
never
body.
really rested from it, I
No, I
think.
haven't. No, I
Hmm.
didn't, because I got here late Saturday. I literally only got a few hours of sleep until the protest. After the protest, we did more work. Then we had a show, because we had the show with all the special guests last night. Shout out to
Yeah,
you and
that was
everybody. And
great
then
show.
during that show is when everything started. And so literally,
Right.
no, you're right. Ever since I started the drive, I've literally not been able to even have, except for that hour and a couple hours this morning, any kind of time to relax. And if it was just to sleep. There was no mental relaxation, because as soon as I woke up from being asleep, it still was a go 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 kind of thing. And so
I know
yeah,
our agent
it's
said very good things about me. I do know. I'm sorry. I'm just responding to the chat. And I think that's because he says he's a Christian. He knows I'm a Christian. That might be why that is, because I'm a woman. I haven't done or said anything to cause anybody to be upset with me anyway. So again, I know that. I know he has. But again, wrong is wrong, right is right. I've gotten to know CJ personally. That's all. And what was said, not by RH, but by the person on the phone, was very irresponsible. Just all we're saying is it just should never happen. That's all.
no.
He's got to protect himself. He's got to protect himself. He's got a family.
Like I'm surprised that, coming from what is promoted when it comes to factual and knowledgeable real information and fact check, I'm surprised that that person even did that. Little, even if it didn't have my name on it, I'm surprised, because with the amount of fakeness that exists,
Yeah, yeah, a lot of it
dude,
going around.
you're putting information out there of your, like, that makes you look like you're not even reporting ethically for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm like, wow. Like, if that was the measure to allow my name to be brought up to then have this narrative continued,
Well, hopefully he'll clarify
you didn't
for
think
your
about
sake
the
and his
chess
sake.
move.
Yeah.
That was a checker move, not a chess move, because that I don't understand it
Well, it looked
whatsoever.
like he was thrown off in the beginning because this woman, whoever it was just slinging accusations, about him and his marriage. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think. That's what I thought in the beginning. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? And then it got
If you
ugly.
break it down, if you break it
Yeah,
down, if you break it down,
I know. I know. I know. I know.
I'm
I
sorry.
get
I
it.
can't. I can't. I get it. No, I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead
Yeah.
and hop
Yes.
off
Go
for
get
the
some
evening.
sleep. God bless everyone.
Be back. I'll be early in the morning. I know I will. Working hard for the awareness for Micah and everything in the background, and then we're gonna be coming with a show tomorrow night.
I'm going to be
And
digging into the fisherman tomorrow.
are you? Yeah.
I'm good.
Well,
Yeah, transcripts
oh
and
wait,
whatnot.
tomorrow Wednesday? Sorry, I don't
What is
even.
tomorrow? Tuesday, right? Yeah.
Tuesday. Well, Wednesday night. Hey, Wednesday night we're going to be going more into that fisherman stuff. If you guys didn't check out the show last night, you guys got to check it out, cuz the first show we got into the intro and everything with special guests here. But the second show, yo, man, we were really digging into it last night. Also, we got some great news. Me and Narc are going to be linking up together, not only out here in South Carolina soon, but also,
Wow.
yeah,
I like that.
yeah, and
Oh, it must be getting heavy over there.
in the Midwest. So yes, we're gonna be. I'm not gonna tell you when. It's not the last time I'm gonna be out here. But if you any of you guys know, you can go to my playlist, the Boots and Boats. It's we're all working to get for real. I'm out there on the boat. I'm doing searches on the boat too. Me and Trey work really good together out there on the
Yeah,
boat,
he's a nice guy.
working as a team. And I'm gonna go out there. He wants me to help him out with some other cases, and I'm gonna go out there and help him with some other cases too. But we're gonna be doing some stuff for Micah, y'all, and trust me, you ain't gonna want to miss that stuff because when it comes to the fishermen, like I said, check out last night's show because I think you can kind of put two and two together
Yeah,
when it comes to the justice and when it comes to debunking information that is being put out there. So look
right.
for that soon. Not gonna tell you, but it's coming.
I am
Thank
praying, Denise. I am praying. I am. She's asked me to pray. I am. Don't worry.
this is not what we're about. We're about peace, positivity, and progress. We're about community. If I wasn't about community, why would I be going to all these locations to give these communities 150? It's all about community. I'm the one that tells everybody why would somebody want to go to a party by themselves when it comes to justice?
Yeah,
Why wouldn't we all want to go to the biggest party ever when it comes to getting justice for a victim or a family?
right.
Those are the best
Totally.
parties, right? When everybody's together.
Absolutely.
Is when people are at the punch bowl and they have attitudes and they're not about peace, positivity, and progress. That's when we're that's when we're like, yo, man, don't be spiking the punch bowl. Get out of here. Because we're not about that. And
Yeah,
that's
don't
all.
worry, guys. We're gonna send CJ to bed now. They want you all to go to bed.
I know. I keep talking. Listen. I'm loopy tired.
It's
I'll
because he
talk.
loves you guys. Yeah.
I'll talk and
Eat
talk. I
eat
do love.
something. No, it's okay. Get rest. You're no good to us if you get sick from it. Okay.
I know. I know. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your dedication, your conversation, your support, your contributions. By the way, I do want to say real quick because I did get a contribution. Um, I want to say real quick to Christine S.
Yes, Lee.
Thank you so much for the $25 Cash App. Let me throw this up here too because I like showing that for you guys. Thank you so much for your support, Christine S. for the $25 Cash App. Thank you so much, Wendy R. for the $100 Cash App. I appreciate the contributions because it allows me to be able to be out here giving 150 for the community and being here to be able to show the truth about what's being reported. Even when it comes to like going out on location to Lumber River State Park, we go into it last night. When you see what's being reported, and
Yeah.
then you hear and see for yourself, that's another thing when it comes to your contributions. Without that, I wouldn't be able to go out there to these locations, do work, get footage, and any of these other things to help bring even more awareness to the case and to the truth, and to get to justice, number one, for the community. So thank you so much for your support and your dedication. It means everything to me, especially at a time like now.
And real quick, let me just, people are asking for prayer. Father God, in the name of Jesus Christ, I pray for peace and I pray for truth. I pray for protection over the show and the community. And for all the people that want to work alongside us, Lord God, I ask you to bring them into our path. And the ones who want to be our enemies, Father God, that you deal with them directly. In the name of our Lord Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen. So there you go, guys. And I will do extra prayers in private, so don't worry about it. It's not stopped there. Okay?
I appreciate it. Thank you so
Sleep
much.
well.
Please hit the
Sleep well,
like
my
if you
brother.
haven't yet. Share it. Share it with people, because you know, when somebody already has 100,000 people, that's reaching 100,000 more people than our 13,000. So please share it out. People need to understand this, because the more that this information is being put out there, that, like, it's factual, the more that my livelihood is at stake. And when it comes to anybody looking up videos, how many of y'all have seen a video from 6 years ago? I come across them a lot of time. Think
Yeah.
about that. Just think about
Yeah.
that. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Good night,
We're
hon.
definitely going to see you tomorrow. Good night, Ann.
Sleep
Thank you.
well.
Shout out to your hubby, too.
I
Bye
will.
now.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Someone shot there. All right, the ET doesn't take pictures of the domestic related?
Yes, it is.